Hello, my name's Alison Wilson and I work at the University of Winchester. This short film is to help you plan and get the most out of your visits to universities as you make your choice as to where to study. Most universities offer a range of visit opportunities. These could be open days, campus or individual tours, taster or experience days, or taster lectures. The best event to attend is an open day. When universities hold open days, they usually have academic staff, professional staff, and students there to help with pretty much any question you want answered. Campus tours or individual visits can be a great substitute, but are unlikely to be able to offer all of this. Taster and experience days may cover a range of sessions, both within the faculty and around the university, but still won't offer the range of support that an open day will. Taster lectures are likely to be an opportunity for you to sit in on a first-year lecture, but may not offer any other activity. It's worth spending time preparing for your visit. Before you can choose which universities to have a look at, you will need to think about the subject you're interested in. Find out who offers that subject or subject area and check UCAS and university websites to narrow down your choices. If you can, go along to an open day. These are usually held between June and November and, depending on the university, may be midweek or at the weekend. There are so many universities it isn't possible for everyone to hold open days on different days, so plan ahead and check their dates, as you may need to prioritise which ones you're going to see. There are a few things you should do before you go. Firstly, check whether you need to book a place. Some universities will have capacity limits, and they may fill up. Check if you can take someone with you. It's often a good idea to go with someone so they can help you remember things about that university, and you may be able to cover more sessions that way too. How are you going to travel there? Can you park on campus, or do you need to use park and ride or public transport? This can be a great way to check out what your journey would be like if you studied there. When does the day start? Open days can be quite full on, so you may want to be there for the beginning so you have plenty of time to do everything you want to. It's not unusual to spend about 4 hours at an open day. And then where do you need to go? Is there more than one campus? If so, you'll make sure you're at the right one. To get the most from your day, there are a few more things it's worth doing before you go. Can you plan your day in advance? Some universities have their programme on the website that you can look at before you go. If they do, have a look and see what times the talks are that you want to go to. Are there separate activities for parents and students? There may be some talks relevant for you and some more relevant to them. Think about what questions you want answered. It's worth writing them down and taking them with you so you don't forget anything. Also, you can then ask the same questions at each university, making it easier when you start comparing them. Try to find time to visit the local town or city too. You'll probably spend more time over the 3 years in the city than you do on the campus. What are you going to do when you get there? Meet the tutors. Do they excite you about the subject? It's soon going to be your subject too, and you've got to want to continue to study it for 3 or 4 years. Meet the current students. Do they seem like-minded? You could be working and studying with them soon. Ask students why they chose this university, and maybe, more importantly, having lived there for 1, 2, or maybe 3 years, would they choose it again? Ask them the bad things about the university and the city as well as the good. View the accommodation. This might be on or off campus. Ask how much it's going to cost. Think also about years 2 and 3. How easy is accommodation going to be to find for those years? Is there any help to find it? Are you going to be able to use industry standard facilities? Think about the facilities you're going to need for your course. Media, broadcast journalism, medical courses, these are going to be really important. Find out as well about clubs and societies. If you have hobbies or sports you take part in now, are you going to be able to continue these at this university? If not, can you start new clubs and societies while you're there? Find out about the social life. How often is something going on campus? What type of events and where do they hold them? How are you going to get home afterwards? If you currently have support at school or college and know you will need this at university, speak to Student Services as soon as possible. They are likely to be able to help you in line with that next level of study. Finding out about your course is a really important part of an open day. Chat with the academics. What is their area of research? Is it an area you think you may be interested in too? Speak to the students that study that course. What is it really like, and what are the lecturers like? Is it what they expected? Is it similar to the A-level or the BTEC in the same subject? Ask them about the course content. How much of it is compulsory and how much can you choose yourself? Maybe think about what the teaching methods and assessment methods are. Maybe the size of the classes. Are you going to be assessed by coursework, exams, practical presentations? And will this fit in with your preferred way of learning and testing? Courses vary, so find the right one for you. When you go along to a subject talk or speak to academics, ask them what the entry requirements are, and if there are any specific entry requirements in terms of subjects or grades that you will need to achieve. Will you need to have an interview for the subject? If so, what form does it take? Does the course have accreditation to a professional body? If you're wanting to work in this field after graduation, it might be something you need to have. Ask them what they'll be looking for in your application. Do you need to have particular skills or subject knowledge? Do they look for work experience? If you still think this university might be for you, then maybe go deeper into the subject. You could ask them about individual modules. Are they going to be your topic interests? Do they offer a placement year as part of the degree? And does the university arrange this, or would you have to? Placements are a great opportunity to gain very relevant skills in a workplace setting ready for your employment. If your course is placement-based, nursing, teaching, you might want to know where these placements might be. Many courses offer the opportunity to study abroad, either for a semester or for a year. If this is something you might be interested in, ask about it. Are there particular academic requirements to be considered? And what countries does your subject have links with? Also, are there opportunities for work experience, either paid or voluntary? It might be you want to look to the future too. Perhaps think about the course. If it's a vocational course, so teaching, journalism, engineering, social work, what are the employability rates like at that university? If the course isn't vocational, what careers do graduates go into? Or is there opportunity to go on and complete further study at that university, or would you need to move to complete a master's? Finally, you might want to know what links that subject has within industry. Do companies visit for lectures, or do you go out and visit them? As part of your visit, you may want to go on a campus or a city tour, so you can really think about whether this is the right place for you. Find out if you need to book on these when you arrive. You might also want to ask if your department is included in the tour. If not, are you able to visit it separately? Sometimes a tour may be part of your subject talk. What are the learning facilities like? And the social facilities? Perhaps they offer those combined within social learning spaces, places where you can go to work whilst being around others, perhaps in a cafe setting. Ask also about other facilities like laundries. How much will they cost and how will you pay that? Or is there a shop on campus? Where are the nearest supermarkets? Think about how easy it is to navigate the campus or the town, both geographically and logistically. Do you get the right vibe? Do you feel like you want to be there? Campus tours are usually led by students, so this can provide a good opportunity to ask them other questions when walking around too. Looking at student accommodation may be part of the campus tour, or it might be a second tour. If it is, do you need to book onto this one too? There may also be separate areas for you to be able to ask further questions about accommodation, or maybe go to talks on them. Find out about the full range that's available and pick up literature as well. Find out, are they showing all of their accommodation, or what other options are available? Is the accommodation on campus, or how far is it to travel? Is there transport, or would you need to walk? You may also want to know how housing is allocated, when their applications typically open, and is there a deadline for guaranteeing you get somewhere to live? You will usually find that at open days it isn't just academic staff who are available to talk to. There are often representatives from admissions if you have questions about the application process which may be specific to that university. Accommodation or housing usually have someone available for you to speak to, particularly if you need any adaptations to your room or have specific questions for them. Student support are often around as well, so you can speak to them about any concerns you may have regarding finance, support or welfare, and if you currently have support at school or college or know you will need it at university, speak to student services as soon as possible. Careers is a really important part of university. This may be to work during your studies, or having studied for 3 or 4 years, you are going to want to be able to gain employment. The careers team can help you with this and any other questions you may have. Finally, the student union are likely to be available to speak to or to attend a talk from them. Find out about how they support the students from an academic point of view and what social, sport and society groups they offer. Being organised for an open day visit is key to its success. Plan your journey and your day. You don't want to turn up at the wrong place or the wrong time and find the rest of the day is rushed or you don't have time to do everything because you are late. Open days are busy, so planning in advance will mean the best use of your time. Take a notebook and a phone. Use notebooks in sessions without it looking like you're on Instagram. If you're visiting many universities, you're likely to find they start merging into one, so to have notes and photos of them will be a great help when you're trying to compare them. Make sure you wear comfortable clothes. You don't need to dress formally unless you have an interview in the open day. Wear layers you can peel off in hot buildings. Most university terms finish before the main summer starts, so they aren't always air-conditioned. Also, wear comfy shoes. You'll do a lot of walking, and make sure you take a coat, a waterproof or an umbrella so you're ready for all weathers. Most importantly, remember where you're going. Meet the academics and find out all about the course and get your questions answered. Talk to students. They'll be friendly and give an insight into the university. Get any other questions answered, maybe accommodation, social, or generally about the university. See if it could be the right place for you. Does it have that gut feel? Do you want to spend more time there and find out more about it? Or can't you wait to leave? All of these will help you to start narrowing down your choices. Remember, going to university will involve meeting hundreds of new people. Open days are a great opportunity to get used to starting new conversations, making new friends, and feeling more comfortable with unfamiliar places and situations. For more information, go to our website. You'll find lots of help there, including our future open day dates and email addresses for people if you've still got questions you want to ask. Thank you for listening, and I hope you found it useful. Good luck with your visits, and I hope I may see you at one of our open days.